Good evening. Yeah, it is evening. It is almost 9:30, and I promised today that we can have a short live stream because I have a couple of minutes in the evening to look a couple of CVs, and today we have like 20 minutes somewhere there. On the weekends, I can do a bit longer. I just got my daughter to sleep. My son is waiting there. Need to check the homeworks, and I had a nice small moment here before I'm going up. But yeah, let's see. I have a live open, and let's wait that couple of guys will join, and I'll actually get the one CV now ready. But yeah, just give me a second. I'll get that CV ready. It is actually here. And I was thinking that let's today review one CV, and then one we will adjust a bit for data center jobs. One good friend who runs a channel, not a channel, it's a YouTube crew, not YouTube. You can see that I had a really long day. Runs a WhatsApp group and helps me a lot. So I decided that let's tune a bit his CV and concentrate more on a profile section, just to tell that we are good fit, and I'll be good company for him. I know for sure in his area is hiring people. So that's what we do today. Now let's take a StreamYard ready, and I can see that now we have at least one join, so we can start, and rest can then join a bit later and look a replay if they want. But two CVs today in line and around 20 minutes. And here I took a couple of pictures because the channel is here live and work in Finland. So I decided to show that what I was doing today. And actually I have been doing it for 2 days this week, and before it was around 2 weeks when we started, and we just had to get the parts and you had to order them, so it took a while. But this is one example of a work environment in Finland. It looks really nice, and I spent 2 really nice days. We had to go there by boat. It's in an island around 30 minutes from Loviisa to sea. If you keep driving, you will find a group of islands there. And my work was located actually quite far. It wasn't that easy to get there. But there we had a small project to fix. Oh my God, if I would remember what laituri is in English for some dock or however you want to call this small one. But that was a tricky one to build it on water because everything is moving. You can drop the tools in the sea, and here you can see that we built a small temporary deck there that we could stand. And today when I left the project, we actually had a deck over it, that we have a nice wooden side going here, and then here I built a body for it. You can't see it in the picture, but I will build a body on top of it like this, and then there's a deck going on sideways. So now you can actually park your boat there, and then we will see that what project we will next have. And here I took from another angle that you can see that sometimes working in a different areas is not that easy, that you might get wet. But yeah, anyway, that's my day today. And that project will continue a bit later. Some parts are missing, and when they will come, then we will continue. And it should be done after that. But yeah, that was my project. But let's go to CV. It's from a good friend. I took it here. Open for me, and how it works, I always take a screenshot and then we will start editing. I have a couple of screens open here next to me, so I'll try to figure out the text for it. Let's take a screenshot. And hopefully the person whose CV this is online. I can see that a couple of are online, so shout out, then I will know who we have today. I also write there that hi, like that. Now it's out there. But here, I'll scroll. Here, there's our tools all in boxes. And here you can see that, again, a bit safety. That's my specialty. I run safety trainings. But you can see that here we have a wrench. And then every tool had a rope on it that we wouldn't drop it in sea. Just a little tip if you need to work in the areas that you would need to dive after your tools has gone underwater. But that's my day. I had a great day. Then we scroll a bit down, and here is the summary part. And I'll take here, just a second. My WhatsApp is beeping, but I can't concentrate on that. Last Saturday, we had a couple of words about CVs and paperwork, and then I mentioned it when I reviewed people's CVs that, hey, the professional summary or a profile part, it's your information to tell employer that why you are a good fit. This is something we worked a long time ago together. But problem is that that time when we built those CVs, we didn't have a job to target. And if you don't have a job or field you are targeting, then it becomes not a common one, but I would say that if you read it, you can get a good idea what kind of person is applying for a job. But problem is that then you can't exactly tell that how that person would be a good fit for the job. So let's work with our professional summary. And I'll show a company we will today target because it's always good to check. I'm sharing a screen when it loads like this. I'll check that. Yeah, now it changed. Except my picture is in front. But always pick a company because there you can see that what kind of people they are looking for, what are their values. I know for sure Manset is doing quite much work in Finland. And I also have inside information that they have hired local people. But don't start bombing them. We need to first find out that where do they need people, what's their situation is, and then we will work. That's something what I'm doing now. But a couple of days at sea, so my time was a bit limited. Then when you find your target, just scroll it a bit down. You can see that, okay, 40 years old company, established in UK and doing a business in Europe. They are for highest possible standards. So that's a good thing to pick. And then when you go down, you can see that facilities management, security, maybe not, construction, logistics, okay, maybe. But then what I have seen, what they do here in Finland, they do a lot of data center cleaning. When there's a process going on, there's a housekeeping and cleaning. So that's actually your good fit. And now I'm getting in a CVs in a WhatsApp. I'll pick as many as I can. I have a time limit. I need to be done at 10 to 9. That's my time limit. But I was thinking that Saturday is a good chance that I could run a longer live. Last time it took, how long it took? Around hour and 20 minutes. I went through 5 CVs and we could do again a marathon then. Then access solution, okay, maybe not our target, but who knows? Fit out, that one I have seen. I have another company doing projects in Helsinki and Kotka to Google. They do installations and all kind of fit out services. But this is our target. Let's go and see what they say about data center cleaning. I told that we are going to fix the profile. So I'll go a bit down. Let's see what they say. Specializes in high quality service delivery across the data center industry over 20 years. And then let's check for fun about contact us. What does it say? I think this is more about if you want to buy their services. Yes. I'm wondering, do they have a recruit site? Let's see. Contact us. I'll check for fun. And when you see a company and you don't know exactly how to approach them, let's try for fun. And I Google on a different tab. I'll put there open application and then the company name. Let's see if I've got it right. Open application manchette. Okay, not that one. Somehow it's giving me LinkedIn. Join.com. Now try going down. I'm also getting a couple of schools that I think they are cooperating. But yeah, let's check. No, that's a wrong company. They have in join.com, they have what they have coding jobs available. Senior DevOps engineer, all kind of engineers. So we will leave that out. But little tip, if you can do a job abroad, looks like a join.com is a good option. So I couldn't find from a mindset where to contact from their website. Let's check a couple of once more. Hey, do you know what I could do? I could just for fun take a different email and send there a message. I would ask that, how would I apply to your company? I train for them. They order safety cards from me, so that's how I know the company. But anyway, let's go back to professional summary, and let's try to make it the way that we could apply for a data center housekeeping job, and that's a good way to work yourself up. And especially when you get in the data center, this happened to my friend. He started in one role, got to know another companies, and then went to move and work for them with the job which is better matched with his skills. And now he has been there quite long. But anyway, let's go back to professional summary. And what else we have here? Now I'm going to read from the screen that it says that reliable and adaptable professional with a strong foundation in strict safety compliance, hazard prevention, hands-on operation support equipped with valid turvallisuuskortti, first aid, Class B certification, Class B driving license, and highly prepared transition stroke work ethics in the construction sector as a spotter or construction assistant with over 6 years hands-on work experience, including operating high-stakes clinical environments. And when I read the CV, I got an idea. Let me mark it here for you. I saw it here. Clinical environments. That's something we're going to highlight. And I excel strictly following safety protocols, maintaining site standards, and support team operations. I'm physical fit, highly flexible with working hours, and ready to contribute immediately to construction sites in Vihti and Uusimaa region. Let's change this, and now I'm going to cheat a bit. And how I'm going to cheat that, I'm going to use a text recognition, and on a different tab, I'm gonna rebuild this, and let's take a Google Docs for us. Soon I will share it with you, but I'll open it here for me. Open their new file, and I'll write their summary for us like that. And I'm not gonna yet show it to you because text recognition might always make some mistakes. I write here that this is the original. I'm just not gonna show it for you. If I get right after a long work day, and here's edited. Let's see, we had a couple of messages in the chat. Hi there, hello. We got the chat active. But hey, I'm gonna now edit that in a Gemini. This is when I'm cheating a bit, making my day a bit easier. But then always when you use AI, remember to clean it from all the flashy terms or things people normally wouldn't use there. And then small tip that when you create an English text that you get those fancy structures and it looks like complete gibberish or that real person wouldn't write it, you can ask it from a simplified English that uses standard of simplified English. I don't remember the code for it, but you don't need it. The AI will know, and then you will get actually something very interesting. And now I'll share a new tab. This is the summary we are editing. I'll just double check from the screen. I'll make it a bit bigger for you that you can fit like this. This is the original summary. I just took it with text recognition, moved it on an editor, and now I'm working with it. Now I'm analyzing it for a bit. And then a little tip, if you use AI, like you can do your work with it. You can tell it the company you are applying for. Today we are using Manchett. So I'm gonna ask it to study and analyze Manchett and concentrate to data center cleaning jobs. Okay. Then analyze, we are using it. Then analyze Manchett. And then Manchett we wanted and concentrate data center cleaning jobs. And this is time for me to drink a bit water. And hey, by the way, if you have any questions, just hit in the chat, and we have, okay, I can't pronounce it. I'll try. I have a Puja blog 4290. Ronnie, can I see your CV? Do you have my WhatsApp number? Send it to my WhatsApp. Let's see if we manage to have it, and how much overtime we're going to get today. But then, now when I was talking and waiting, AI analyzed Manchett and data center cleaning jobs. It built a profile for it. It found the right website. So we hit the spot on there. And then I'm asking rebuild, come on, rebuild the profile to match data center cleaning job, and then the magic word, use simplified English. Simplified English. Let's see what happens. Did we get any better? And then we can compare. After that, we will have a good rule, and then let's see what it said. I'll put it on the screen, and here we can see that, yeah, I don't like it. But here's the first version. But what actually happened, we got the good one, actually good start, that now we have a data center cleaning and construction assistant that we actually described the job here. And then now what it did, it just used the simplified English and it cleaned the profile text. So now we will give a new task and we will ask it to find information from Manchette and build it based on the previous information, the new profile. So I'm going to ask that build new profile the way that first sentence we want to always to match with the job, like tell you that why you would be a good cleaner in a data center. The way that it does. Now I'm just talking to myself. I'm going to simplify it. If I try to complicate it, we will get a big mess here. So I'm just saying that build a new profile and we want to match. Let's see what happens. I'll ask it to build a new profile to match with Manchette. Hey, let's give it a bit more information. A bit more information. Let's see how it goes. This is always a bit slow, especially if I need to edit it live. But we'll spend 3 minutes here and then we will have a look at CVs and see. Okay, Ronnie has sent it. So I think for you, I say that, yeah, I'll look for it. So we go back here and I would need to get the ready scripts, not scripts, but those prompts that I'll just add and build it. But today I'm straight out of the work, straight from the work home and fed the kids and spend a bit time together. So really no time today, but Saturday, then we can look it properly. And let's see, can I change it a bit? Okay, we are getting closer. I'll show what I would add, and then Saturday I can see that I'll take tomorrow time and rebuild this with time. I have today a training session from 8:30 to 5 o'clock. Then I will go and shoot arrows with my kid, but during the day I will rebuild the whole CV and then I will show it on Saturday that I'll find the job and I will match it. And then I'll show you steps and then I don't have to do them now. But at least we got a bit further. Professional profile, data center cleaning technician, and then reliable, meticulous professional with a strong foundation in strict safety compliance, hazard prevention, hands-on site support, equipped with, yeah, all you need. And this is something I wanted to highlight, that including first aid and BLS certification, because when companies are operating in Finland, the law actually says that you need to have a certain amount of people with first aid skills. So they would hire people who has these certificates ready because they need to have them by law. So that's a good reason to get the first aid certification. But shouldn't just go and run for it. That if you don't have one, I don't advise that you would go and get it straight away. Better way to let the employer know that, hey, if you don't meet this requirement, I would be ready to get one. And then ready to bring disciplined work ethic, high physical fitness, strict attention to detail in the specialized data center cleaning. And here we got the roles. But how I would like to do in Saturday, I show it. I want to have these in the first section. That there, we would say that we are a data center cleaning professional with this many years of experience, and then target it better. But I'll do that with my own time. Not gonna burn the evening figuring out that what to write there. But now just a second. I'll go in the WhatsApp. I should have. I have so many messages. There I have. There I have a CV, and as always, give me a bit time. I need to. Okay. Hey, here we have a lot of good stuff to show. And first, I'll take a screenshot, and then I'll start blurring stuff. There, reference people away. Education, that's okay. Address we hide. Emails, then picture away. Oh, nice suit. Love it. There it is. Now, just quickly reading that no personal information. I think we can take this like there. And then we scroll a bit down. The data center cleaning application. I will show you how to build a one. That would be a good actually practice for everybody, because what I have seen last month, at least 100 people have gone just through me in the data center environment. A lot of cleaners, but also people working with the fiber optics and things like that. But hey, fuck. Let's can't swear in YouTube. But let's take this away. That part has to be cut. Luckily, not the end of the world. You can see that the long day is getting me, but at least this is something fun to do. There. Not a complete disaster. And Ronnie, there. Send me a WhatsApp message. Now, here's your CV. And let's start. Let's take it a bit further, like this. Let's take a practice. I'll take a practice for us. And here, I think this is a ready template. And then it has been filled. And they are built the way that they're visually good looking. And people have a skill to spot information here and there. But machines, especially when you send a CV in a big recruiting company, then most likely 100%, at least 99%, they are going to use OCR to read the text out of it if it's in the format that it can't get it directly from the file. And then when it tries to put information together, it might become a problem. And let's run this for fun through OCR. Let's see what it gets for us. We had a document here. I'll share this. Let me take a bit back. I have a problem with two screens and no chance to edit this. So here is the Ronnie's CV. I was just talking about it and nobody shouted at me that, hey, We can't see it. I could not have seen the chat. Sorry for that. But hey, here's the CV. And like I said, I think this is a template because visually it has a space for a lot of information. It's in the sections. And let's start going through. And what I did, what you couldn't see, that I run it through OCR. I have a workstation here. I have tools and things ready for me. That those are the things I use all the time. And when some people sends me, for example, picture of their CV or it's not machine readable, then I use OCR. But I just run it, and now I'll come back to Google Docs. Let's take a new page and see what happens if we run it through OCR. Last time we did it, it worked really well. But here, okay. Problem with ready templates, especially from Canva, they look very good, but check what happened. I'll show you the CV first. Here, it looks good. It's visually really good looking. A lot of information, easily accessible, but then this is what machine reads. And now when the paperwork was sent out, machine started to read it. And then it tries to build a profile from you. And here had a lot of things, couldn't understand. Position desired, this is on the CV, but this is completely gibberish, what came out of the OCR. Then we scroll a bit down, certificate, certification, couple of reading mistakes, but it happens with OCR. And then these trademarks, did we have them in CV? Let me go and see. No, it didn't. Somehow it pulled from there. And then professional profile. Let me see it there. Okay, that's on me because I was half blurred. It guessed what it tried to read there. Motivated, professional, over 5 years experience. So profile came okay. Then work experience, education, that's their machine can fetch it. Clean, maintained, sites and state and organized. Yes, it can read. But then let's go see. I want to see the language part. I want to show what I usually try to tell people. Didn't get the languages at all. Yeah, I know. I bet this doesn't look interesting. For me, this looks very interesting. Skills, commercial cleaning, okay. Maybe you can see languages, but I can't. Yeah, it didn't get them. Okay, perfect. Let's go back to CV and start reviewing. And I want to point you a couple of things. Where's my pen? There. And here we had name. That's a good place. Picture was there. Picture is not, by the way, mandatory. If you don't want to attach one, don't put it. It really doesn't matter. By the way, only place I recommend filling your picture, and then take a good picture and make it to your face, like a passport picture. When you apply, for example, staffing companies, they use, for example, a system called Liked It. I think I mentioned it last time. You can see that when you go and fill your open application, usually it's company name .likedit.fi or something like that. And there they ask for a picture, that you can attach your picture. Why is that picture important? Because this is what happened very often for us. And here's a behind people's laziness. For example, if we got a job available in a staffing company and we didn't have regular people to send, then we took the Liked It system, put their job description or the job itself, and checked what kind of people have applied for this specific role. Then you started to go through the list, and then you stopped stopped to the people who had all the information filled, and they had a picture in the system. Why is the picture important? Because then straight away you could contact to that person and say that, hey, we would have something available for. Would you be interested? If person says yes, then management can straight away order valttikortti, that identification card, which is mandatory, for example, construction and industrial workplaces. And they would get that picture from a lighted system and just attach it to, to the Vastu Group site, and they could straight away create ID card. No need to ask the guy that, hey, can you take a picture yourself and send it to me, and then put it in Vastu Group site and create that ID. Everything would be ready. Just a little practical tip. But yeah, then let's continue. Position desired. Okay, that I could leave out. And this part, like with that profile, which we struggled a bit, I would take the position and I would write it here. And here we have a professional without, oh, not like that. Professional without a job title. And here we could write that motivated and dependable professional cleaner and logistics worker with over 5 years of experience in cleaning and customer service. That's the one we wanted to do in the profile, which struggled a bit. We wanted to write out that motivated and dependable data center cleaner with this and this many years of experience. But I'll show you it on Saturday. Then let's continue. Profile is good. Hey, one thing back. Sorry, I skipped. Icons. We should avoid these. And just write there, for example, phone, and then email, and then one photo address, or if you don't want to use address, just put the location and the city is enough. So I would do that. So definitely that area we need to change. Then we go down, work experience, and these things confused our OCR. Just it struggled with the plus marks. But let's go through work experience 2025 up to present. So strong start. It goes without any cuts. Super services. And here we say that clean, maintain sites to ensure safe and organized work environment. Then we are going to task level. This one we can remove. I'll put it over. We'll remove it like that. Then follow health and safety regulations, including proper use of protective equipment. That's something what's included in the job, so we can cut that also away. Handled and disposed of waste according to company and environmental guidelines. That's also included in the job, so we can leave it out. Clean restrooms, restock supplies, and that one we can cut away. We can write there that one of our areas was to clean restrooms and restock supplies. So I will put it that way. They don't need to know soap, paper towels. There are a lot of options. I don't think that's a deal breaker. So we always keep it clean. Then supported site workers. And again, we could cut that away. That could actually be a soft skill on the list, that be a support, like a support worker or whatever industrial term would fit there. Then April to December 2024. That's a good one because quite long. That's 2 years, but straight away what comes to my mind here is 3 years gap. What happened in 3 years? Let's see. Can I find it from here? Education? No. And neither from this one. This gap we need to explain in this CV. So what happened? Sorry, not 3 years. In 3 months. 3 months. But still, can't see a difference between years and months. But if there was something, it should be filled. And then we had a store cleaner, mini supermarket, maintained hygiene in spaces, restroom, kitchens, and plus 200 staff. Hey, this is a golden one. I wouldn't pay attention for hygiene in spaces, restrooms, kitchens, but 200 plus staff. So we should just put it that we did the maintenance in the areas which was used by plus 200 people. Perfect. Then follow strict SBS sanitation protocols to ensure safety and client satisfactions. I think we don't need it. Operate cleaning machines, vacuum scrubbers. That's again task level. Then replenish essential supplies such as tissues. That's also go. And assist of waste management by, and that's also should go. And what I would put here, I would actually put a job, not the job description, but the professional. What kind of cleaner, and then put it out that this kind of cleaner for a big space, 200 plus staff members. That one need to figure out. But always try to avoid listing tasks, because when the professional reads your paperwork, they can straight away spot that if there's this position, they will know what's involved, what they are interested in, that what kind of environment it was it industrial, or in this case, it was very big because 200 plus staff members there. That's the valuable information. But yeah, I'm not critical. I'm just trying to point and just tell what comes to my mind. So it's a brutal review. Then education was a university, Masters of Business Administration in BA, project management, perfect. And hey, by the way, if you have experience from project management besides the studies, that's a golden skill. And then government city college mentioned here. Okay, that's a good one. Then skills. Let's go through. Office and commercial cleaning, deep cleaning and sanitation. That's the first industrial term. Perfect. Protocol, safe use of cleaning chemicals. Good. Floor, care mopping, vacuuming, scrubbing. Here we go in to task level. Let's just put it floor care and customer service and teamwork. This one is missing that little mark. If it's a visually, somebody needs to look, that one pops in my eye. That's one of the best on this list. Yes. And then what are these skills? These are professional skills or hard skills. Use any term you want just to describe them, but then always add soft skills. I could show actually on Saturday how to find soft skills from the job application, but there I need to prepare for a bit. Today I just came from the work, so I hardly even know what day it is, so I'm not gonna today try to look for job descriptions. But if you find some job that, hey, I want to apply for this, I'll show how to extract required skills and what you need to add in a paperwork. Then biggest problem in this CV, and it's in a moment when machine tries to read it, and that's here. Languages. When humans are looking for this section, they can see it straight away that, okay, I get a good idea of skills, that English, perfect. Finnish, okay, I think it would be beginner. Bengali, perfect. Hindi, that's almost perfect. But machine has no idea about the scale. So I would use terms instead of markers like a fluent and so on, or in a Finnish like a beginner. And then Bengali would again be a fluent and Hindi. Would Hindi be fluent and 5 dots would be like a professional, or I don't know. You can see that even I'm struggling with markings that I don't know exactly what they are. So definitely the OCR system also would struggle with it. But yeah, let's recap. Name started, good. Then position desired, that one we removed. Let's take a bit. Oh, I can't make a bigger marker. Let's take a drawing tool. Let's see that. Can we hide? No, that one I wanted. Like that. Okay. Yes. That one we made to go away. Certificates and licenses. These I would move to the bottom of a CV. And then driving license mentioned. If you have your own car, mention that one also. Then about the icons, they should go away. And just write phone, email, and so on. And then professional profile, that's a good term to use. And then instead of just mentioning that motivated professional, get these titles there. Depends what you're applying. If you're applying for a cleaner job, then you will mention that motivated professional cleaner with over 5 years of experience and so on. Perfect. That would nail it. And you can see that what happened when we are moving information, your profile actually comes under your contact details and the name. Because profile is the most important part of your CV. And then work experience there, find the job description, use that one, leave all the details like you did some step-and-step works like cleaning, vacuuming, mopping. That's a clear part. The one who reads the CV knows what's included to job. And then education, if you have experience in project management, highlight it. Skills, remember soft skills. And then languages, use a verbal description or then those A1, B, and so on, if you have official certificates of your language level. Sorry for coughing. And then references, you can write there that references on request. That would work. But yeah, that was our CV review. And as always, way over time. I booked 30 minutes for this and we spent 45. And I'll double check my WhatsApp. Yeah, I think it's good. We got the CV here. And then what happens next for Saturday, I'll find out about the profile. I'll redo it in my own time. And then I will show you that how I changed it. And then we can compare. Not to waste your time doing it here in live, because if something doesn't work out, it takes way too long. And then Saturday, if more people wants to have a CVs, just send me. I think I have a couple of there in a queue. And what else? Yeah, you can always ask questions in a WhatsApp group. For end of the week, I will be more in front of the computer, and then I won't be anymore outside. Like, this is my view today. Still happy for the day. It was a very nice day. But hey, thank you for your time and asking to review CVs, and then Saturday we will take more of them. But now I'll go and check my kid and see you soon.